And by doing him, and you are realizing like, wait a minute, the money, the chicks you've been dealing with, none of that stuff can make you cool.
You still listen. Having money, if you lame with money, you just gonna be lame with money.
It doesn't save you from it, and that's what I'm saying is like you're trying to beat someone that it is. I am this, and now I'm beating your ass with what you thought you could steal,
right?
And you don't even understand this ass whooping,
right?
And I'm watching you crash out.
I'm watching you
can't even fathom what this culture is. What LA is. It's such a broad.
For sure.
Like thing, and so he's just like literally coming out with ponytails flipped up and this and like what are you?
Duck faces.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
like it's like
you've been exposed. Now we see you, Drake.
Yeah. It's like Kendrick did his part, and you doing all the rest.
Yep.
Kendrick did his part by tearing your part. You don't want no smoke with that. It was very strategic how he did that. Brilliantly done. But also, you're doing the whole complete other half of the jokes.
Yep.
You are the joke on the other half of it. You're
performing it.
Listen.
Yeah,
you're literally performing it. You're on display doing
that lawsuit is ridiculous.
These jokes can't write themselves.
Right.
They can't. They can't. And here's the thing, though. Another thing, too, that I spoke on this.
And it's not to say he wasn't a great artist, got great music.
Had nothing to do with that.
Had nothing to do with that.
Had nothing to do with that.
It's completely opposite of that.
So here's the thing with the defamation case. That's a very tricky, very slippery slope.
Yep.
Because now, if you take this to court, which you did, you sued, right? Now you put the feds in your business to find out stuff.
Yep.
Right. Because now I got instead of us just depending on TikTok people bringing all this footage and evidence and you doing weird stuff with all these little young females, right?
Shoot.
The discovery it's gonna be a fade.
Yep.
But now you got professionals who can literally find all kind of people, pay people, do all kind of stuff. The stuff you be trying to do, and it didn't work on Busha nor Kendrick. You tried to pay people, and it didn't work neither time because they real ones.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So now you're gonna put the courts involved and lawyers involved to find out all your dirty stuff.
Yep.
You better pray to God it's not true.
Right.
Yep.
Which is here's the thing too about evidence and all this footage. Let's say, and I'm gonna say this, let's say you never ever actually were considered technically a pedophile, and I don't know how you consider that because that just means you are. How you, even if without the act of sexual act, you're still a pedophile if you think it's in your mind. If you sexually attract to kids, so there's no way to prove that unless you do it. Right. And if we have all this footage of you saying crazy stuff to young people, that girl on the stage, that was ridiculous what he said to that girl on that stage. Yeah. That was insane.
What'd he say?
Right. About that girl and her breasts. If you were old enough, she was 17?
Yeah.
Talking about if you were old enough and your breasts or something, or he hugged her and said something about her breast against him, something, and if you was older or something crazy.
That's crazy.
And then he still kissed her and did all.
Did all stuff like, and the way he talked to old girl in text. I forgot Bobby something. The way they talk in text, and what's sad
the girl from Stranger Things, the little girl from
her.
Billy,
Bobby something.
Bobby Brown.
But the way she talks about him is an innocent child talking about somebody she looks up to like a friend. But all the adults in the room are looking like, fam, that's not appropriate.
Right. Like, why are you doing that?
That's not your little niece.
Right.
You know, you would talk to your niece like, hey, niece, I love you. What you doing today? Yeah. Who? That's your boyfriend? How old is he? But you can't be the dude.
Yeah, you can't be the dude.
Anyway, I don't want to go on no rant, but you just look crazy and you keep helping us. You helping yourself continue to look crazy.
Right.
And nobody's around to tell you anything because now you're mad at the world because you felt how now you know how the world is looking at you and your peers are looking at you crazy.
Yep.
And now you don't got nobody, so now you just spiraling.
And he been lame.
He been
that already.
Know you lame.
Yeah, he been that already. So
like since day one,
it's just
and
bad.
And it came on the wave of the Cat Williams exposure.
Oh
right?
Man.
Like, was it perfect timing, like for this shit to take place? Like the perfect timing to take down whatever he was right on the back
verge,
burner.
the backbone of the year ending off.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, damn,
crazy,
it was like perfect timing.
Yeah.
The exposure of like the industry and like people doing stuff.
Yeah.
And then your song is about these PDF pedal like type stuff.
Let me tell you something. Written.
And you got to look forward to February.
It's just the fact that this was said. That's the only thing I'm going here, right? First of all, I'm not ashamed of where I'm about to go. So last year, September, October, November, my pastor did a sermon for almost a month long about what next year was going to be, 2024. in 2020. I mean, I'm sorry,
2025.
and no, I'm talking about this last year.
Oh, got you.
About what 2024 was going to be.
Got you.
Right.
He did a month-long sermon, and then it then doubled back in December about what 2024 was going to be. He kept saying this is the year of exposure. It's on tape. We got it on YouTube. He kept saying people are going to get exposed in a major way. So some of your biggest people, some big entertainers, some of your biggest pastors, some of your biggest preachers, some of your aunties, some of your mamas, one of y'all. Next year is going to be the year of exposure. People will get exposed left and right, and it's going to be public and it's going to be nasty. He kept drilling on it. He did like a month-long sermon. Then in December, he brought it back. And then the first interview I seen with Cat Williams, which was top of the year, right? Boom, it kicked it off. All kinds of things were said. And then people started inquiring about the things that were said. And like, wait a minute. And then people start coming up because people have been trying to expose people in interviews for years.
Yep.
But what happens when somebody exposes you in an interview and then there's so many other witnesses coming across like, yeah, man, like he is just kind of, or she is just kind of.
Like you were saying, it's time.
Yeah. It's time. Yeah.
Nothing that's been said this whole time been new.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing for sure.
That's never been said.
Right.
But it was just time for people to hear it differently.
Yeah. Absolutely, for sure.
And you say it at the wrong time.
Yeah.
End up being the right time.
Yeah.
Some whole lot of other shit.
Because to be real about Diddy stuff, I mean, who ain't heard none of this stuff?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
There was no gas.
Yeah, you know, there was no. I was like, I've been in nasty. I thought, you know.
It's going, here we go.
Yeah.
Boom, a tape and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Boom, all that stuff. And then people start coming up, and then now people are quiet because there's more people. There are more people to get exposed, and more things to come across. So
I'm looking forward to it.
You play what? You said what?
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Now Trump is in office, so you know it's gonna be more secret.
Hey, that's the other thing is like get your popcorn ready, right?
No,
like
for sure.
The last time he was in office, we got clarity on that alien situation.
Oh, dude, that's. He was like, "Do y'all want me to reveal the JFK?" It was like, "Yeah."
Bro, I'm gonna say this on camera.
I didn't even know we had a superhero force in real life.
Yeah.
With suits and a shit.
Yeah.
I don't want people to take what I'm about to say as I voted for Trump because I did not vote for Trump.
Right.
Let me say this, man.
You didn't physically vote for
Trump.
your spirit. We know your spirit was
I did. What I'm about to say was being ignorant, saying the wildest things. Yes, he is that, but he's also hilarious to me. He's hilarious. To say some of the stuff you got to say, you got to be a different kind of bold.
Yeah.
To say some of the stuff he says, and it's not even like.
Well, he touched on it earlier. What was it called? The white in underwear.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm like, nobody is going to point out Trump. At least you, would point out his masterclass in casting.
Oh my God, dude! He's listen. He should win casting director.
He would have got
of
Vince
the
McMahon
year.
that's the whole
Right. Vince would have brought the Undertaker with him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. When you see who's in charge of DEI,
oh my God!
Keep doing your thing. You'll be in the government. Which I know Lucc and Rios we want to all talk to you like more as an agency and see when you want to get into the controversy part of your career.
Yeah.
Listen,
You did all the good acting, bro.
What you mean, Kareem the Dream?
Listen.
Yeah. Them stories start coming out.
Here we go. Listen.
You mean Kareem?
I pride myself on staying out the way of the bull crap.
Right. That's a good place to be.
Yeah.
That's a good place to be.
And I think that's all because of being in the business in the 80s when it was just wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
you know
being
you look
around
young,
the,
bro. So every time you say that, they like
right.
as a baby in the girlfriend's commercial. What are you doing?
in the 80s?
Applesauce going on. What was he doing?
No, but it's literally that, like having a reputation, you know, of that precedes itself.
Yeah.
Of, you know, being clean and not on no funny business.
How much to have a dope name tie into you having success? Like it's Kareem Grimes.
Yeah,
like,
man. You know,
that sounds like yeah.
You either gonna do.
My father's last name is West. So I'm, you know, you take your.
He was gonna win either way.
Oh, yeah.
Kareem West, yeah. So I'm a West. West
shit.
Grimes.
Yeah.
Grimes is my mother's
That's
name. My mother's last name.
He was bred
But
for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
but yeah, I think when you're given a name, you got to live up to that name.
Right.
Yeah. It's a
You know what I mean?
responsibility.